Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 689. Welcome to YouTube. We're in the land of red. We've got one hell of a smoking hot tournament today. Legends Championship Gold Rush Tournament on the agenda today. Of course, the coldest bitch on the planet, January, decided to vacate that championship and retire from in-ring competition. And, of course, her and the other greatest of the Vixens from TWA's history, B. Jackson. Allies and foes, they've been both, but they had their final battle just not too long ago at our last stream preview. And man, what a battle it was. It was last woman standing, and January came out on top, defeating the great B. Jackson. January, the first person to ever become a sextuplet champion in TWA history. She held 6 championships at one time. B. Jackson eventually, a couple of years later, won up that and became the first ever and still only septuplet champion, winning 7 championships. They've both retired, and as such, the championship is now vacant, and B and January have both chosen participants for today's Legends Championship Gold Rush Tournament, a prestigious tournament, and we've got the best of the very best from the Legends division all going to battle, looking for the right to fight to become new Legends Champion. Who's it going to be? Who's going to win the championship? We are definitely going to find out. Before we get there, though, we of course have Moonraider 25 on the broadcast booth. We have Luke the Gooner 94, of course sometimes known as Luke the Gunner these days. How crazy is that? We've already spoken about that. Somebody, of course, decided to report Luke because they did not like his name and were angry because they did not share the same opinion when it came to football. So he ended up being flagged and had to chimp up. It was bullshit. It was bullshit either way. And you are still Luke the Gooner. Fuck Twitch. Fuck the person that reported you. We are not calling you Luke the Gunner. Fuck that horseshit. It is the Gooner. And, of course, we got Boss Apollo. What's going on, Boss? I know you're at work.
We're not on Twitch anyway, so you can call me whatever the fuck you are.
That's true. We are not on Twitch. We are on YouTube. I was just bringing up the fact that sometimes you're known as Luke the Gunner because that is on Twitch. Plus, I think the last time you were in the YouTube chat, weren't you going by Luke Hardcore Country something? You changed that? Yeah. I can't remember what it was now. But...
I did put AFC on the end, so just ask for football.
Well, we got lots to talk about today. We've had football games going on, NHL and NBA games going on over the weekend. We have the Royal Rumble to discuss, so there's lots going on. Before we get to our first match, we'll discuss a couple of things and see what everybody's opinions on certain matters are. Before we do that, though, let's have a quick look at the quarterfinals of this Championship Gold Rush tournament. We got Amber Extreme from Team Joe Link representing the Outlaws, taking on Mickey James representing Hardcore Country, or Country Dominance they are in TWA. Represented by Team Luke the Gooner 94. We got Melissa Archer and Jennifer Wolf going at it in the second round. Well, not the second round, the second matchup of the quarterfinals. Queen Dust taking on Bull Nakano, and finally Roxanne Riley and Nikita Davis are going to slug it out. It's going to be one hell of a quarterfinals, and I think it's anybody's guess who is going to win this thing, but it's going to be one hell of a tournament. Best of the best in the Legends division, all going to battle for the right to become the new Legends champion. So, but anyways, what should we start with? Should we start with the Rumble? Should we start with some football, some NHL? What do you guys want? What do you want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about?
Oh, Tottenham helped Arsenal fucking...
we know what Luke wants to talk about, so let's go with that. We're going with football then, apparently. So, give us a rundown, Luke. Give us a rundown about what's been going on. While you're doing that, I'm going to actually open my chat on... It'd be helpful if my chat was open.
Well, Tottenham, as weird as it sounds, Tottenham drew to Man City, which has kind of helped Arsenal in the title race, which is weirdly how it plays out. Taliana
Pierce is in the chat room. What's going on, Taliana? Welcome in.
It's weird.
Nice to see you. Ace Hunter. We see you. Yeah, so Tottenham was playing who again, sorry?
Tottenham was playing Man City, and Tottenham got a draw against Man City, which is
really?
kind of weirdly, as weird as it sounds, Tottenham have held Arsenal in the title race.
That is kind of weird. That is kind of weird.
Weird, isn't it? I've seen today, right? There's some Spurs fans that didn't want to win today because of that.
I thought you were going to sing us a song there for a minute.
I find that fucking stupid.
I thought you were going to say you saw the bad moon horizon. Didn't you think that, boss? I thought that's where he was going.
I'll tell you why it's stupid.
Why? What's stupid?
Why would you not want your own team to win?
Luke and Moon. Tyliana says hello. Boss, I'm assuming she didn't hear when I said you were on here too, but I'm sure she says hi to you too. Also what?
Also, they're near the bottom, so why would they not want their own teams to win the match? Because it might benefit us if they win.
Yeah, that's true.
This is stupid, man.
Like, there you go, boss. Tatiana says hi, boss.
I'm not saying it's all Spurs fans, but
yeah.
I've just seen it.
And I know, was it yesterday or Friday? Arsenal won 4-0. Who'd they beat 4-0? I forget now.
Leeds United.
Yeah, that was
Leeds
it.
United.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I know you were upset about it. I know you were upset about it, Moonraider. The draw that Chelsea had with was West Ham, wasn't it?
Oh no, we beaten West Ham by 3-2. It's just a stupid. It's just a player. It's just Robert Sanchez is just one of the most shittiest goalkeepers ever.
Oh, I thought you guys had a draw recently. I thought it ended up 2-2.
I thought they drew, mate. No,
neither did I. I thought they drew. But either way, my point was, it sucked. And I know Chelsea fans were probably a little ticked off with, you know, the happenings that were going on in the field and the coaching and everything else. Here's the thing, though. They still made that comeback. And whether they drew or won 3-2 doesn't matter. That was a very, very impressive comeback in the second half of a game where it looked like they might even lose the game. You know what I mean? So
it's what Arsenal done this season.
Yeah, so I mean, that was a... Yeah, I didn't know they ended up winning 3-2.
You didn't play your best, but you got 3 points.
Got 3 points? Well, I thought they got 1. So, like I said, I thought they drew. I thought it was 2-2. But I guess it ended up 3-2.
They got 3 points. There was a big fight at the end. So I'm going to post that in the sports room.
Who got into the fight?
Yeah, at the end. The big fight at the end.
Who was fighting?
The players.
Well,
so he grabbed him.
Really?
He grabbed him by the throat, and then the guy got sent off. The West Ham player got sent off because obviously you can't do that, can you?
No.
That referee answered each other. I don't know why the dude still
I don't like him either. He's terrible. Shit.
You know who I was telling this to Luke Moon. I don't think you were on the broadcast booth when we were discussing it at the time, or at least if you were probably busy. But how is it that other coaches in the Premier League keep getting axed and or walking out on their teams, but yet the Wolves somehow still have a coach? They have 1 fucking win all season, and somehow no, really, like how the hell do they? Right? You know what I mean, though? How do they not? It's confusing. It's like you're watching all these other coaches go elsewhere and or get axed because they're not having as great of a season as they would like. Meanwhile, you got the fucking Wolves with 1 win. What are they? How many games have they played now? 25?
I think so. Yeah, they've won 1.
1-1. Like how is that even a thing?
I thought
24 fucking games you didn't win. And I know they've got...
I can't remember who did they beat.
I can't remember now, but it was somebody that wasn't expected. I know that.
Obviously, they've won a game in the FA Cup, but I'm not going to count that. We're talking about the league.
Well, that's why I asked you the other day, like, because I've only been really heavy into the Premier League the last couple of years, so I don't know the full history, and I was wondering, like, has has the Wolves always sucked, or were they good at one point, or what's the deal?
They had a decent team like 5 years ago. Like,
so they're
They were finished. Let's put it this way: they were top half of the table.
Oh, give me 1 minute. You guys keep talking. I got a phone call coming. Just give me a moment.
Like 9th in the Premier League, I think.
Hi, Milo.
Hi.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm just partying.
Yeah. Are you at Daddy's house?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, you're a unicorn now.
I don't know. Like Wolves finished. Like, did Wolves not come fucking like top half of the table a few years ago?
Yeah, I'm not sure how many years ago it was, but I know it was recent.
What's Daddy doing? Is it
Jimenez
working?
played them that though. But they had Jimenez and.
No, he's not. He's sleeping.
Oh, is he
It might have
sleeping?
been Jimenez and Jota
Yeah,
when
he
Jota
has to
played for
go
them.
to
When Jota played for them.
Ooh, look how pretty you look. You like playing with all that stuff. You're like Saphira. Saphira does the same thing. Look how big and wide your face was. Alright, I'm back. I don't know what my grandson called me, but then he hung up and I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, anyways, so Chelsea here's the thing about what? Sorry, what did I miss?
Wolves finished top half of the table like about 5 years ago. They finished 9th.
They finished 9th, yeah.
That's a lot better. That's miles better than that, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, yeah, they're not doing too well.
Yeah.
They are not doing too well.
And they've actually, funny enough, they've actually had some decent players in the past, but they've sold them all. They sold Cunha as well before this season began. He plays for Man United now. He's good. Go watch his goal that he scored against. That he did score against us last week. He did score a very good goal against us.
But yeah, I know. I just wonder how the hell the Wolves keep their coach around when everybody else is trying to axe theirs and find new coaching staff, and they've got one win in 25 fucking games.
I've seen them selling someone for 48 million like earlier on. I can't remember who it was, but I've seen that they're not going to buy anyone. Like, surely, like, you get 48 million for somebody, you've got to bring someone in with that 48 million, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who wants to go to Wolves though? Because I went.
So who all played today?
Tottenham and Man City was one of the games. It was.
Yeah, I haven't been paying too much attention to sports at all this weekend, so I wasn't even sure who was playing. I don't even know who played yesterday. It's the first weekend. I just really haven't had time to watch some of the games or check out the highlights or anything, so I don't know what's going on at all. But who played yesterday? Which games in the Premier League were happening yesterday? I know there would have been quite a few. It was Saturday, so.
I'll tell you in a minute now. So we had Man City versus Tottenham, that finished 2-2. Aston Villa and Brentford, that finished 1-0 to Brentford. Brentford had 10 men, by the way, and held on against Aston Villa and beat them. Wow, and Aston Villa were at home as well. Wow, okay.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's not that.
Oh, give me 1 second again. Go ahead, keep the conversation going.
So 1-0 to Brentford. Man United and Fulham, that was 2-2.
I wasn't sure if you were calling back or not.
That was 3-2 to Man United.
Oh, you have to say bye-bye now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was 3-2.
All right, that was quick.
Against Fulham. Man United beat Fulham 3-2. Whoever Man United's got Michael Carrick now, and he's already the interim manager. I think they should give him the job. He's beat Man City, he's beat Arsenal, he's won today against Fulham.
He doesn't have.
Nobody's beat Arsenal at the Emirates. Man United.
One of the guys in the bookies in the betting shop which is where I was watching the Arsenal game last week, and even also like the Arsenal United game, and he was saying like he was saying that like the other day yesterday saying about this like this goalkeeper Sanchez is fucking shit. That he's ran about a few years. Oh, flipping out, he's ran about in his because he's one of the guys that goes in there that bets on horses and stuff.
Right.
So he basically said that the ref, like the goalkeeper of Chelsea is fucking terrible.
Yeah, I saw you. Who is the goalkeeper for Chelsea anyway?
It's Robert Sanchez.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw actually people were talking about him on Twitter yesterday, I think it was. There was, just stuff being said about that guy, so I didn't realize he was Chelsea's goalie, though. I knew he was a goalkeeper, but I didn't realize he played for Chelsea, so I guess that makes sense now. A lot of unhappy people with that goalkeeper, apparently. So, But yeah. Ace Hunter said Arsenal lost to Man U on January 25th, I saw. Yeah, they did.
Nice. They keep reminding me.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding Luke about that, Ace. We appreciate that. Always good to keep that tone setter. Got to keep Luke happy by reminding him that Arsenal fucking lost, Ace. Because that makes sense. Next year, you're going to tell him that Mickey James...
There's a rivalry between Arsenal and Man United, that's why we're pissed off.
Next, he's going to remind you that Mickey James lost a match at some point in her career.
Nice. Keep reminding me.
How dare he? Sometimes I want...
I'm going to start calling Ace negative.
Ace negative. Sometimes you wonder if he's related to Glenola. Sometimes, but all right. Well, while we continue conversation about Chelsea's goalkeeper, Team Arsenal losing to Man United on January 25th. Thank you very much for the reminder again, Ace. We definitely appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. We don't have to talk about that. We're not going to talk. We're going to skip right by that conversation. We're not. It is February 1st. Fuck January 25th. Fuck January 25th.
A game on my birthday. Let's talk about that.
We could talk about that. And we could talk about the fact that they just won 4-0 not long ago. So, But, I mean, it could have been worse. They could have lost to the Wolves. You know what I mean? Like, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's just...
I'm feeling good. 7 points clear. I don't care anymore.
I remember how pissed you were when they did lose that game, though. I will say that. But anyways, we'll move on. But while we're discussing everything, and of course we're going to get to Royal Rumble discussion here shortly as well. I'm very curious about everybody's thoughts on the Royal Rumble. So we're going to get to that. But we may as well get the show on the go. TWA Legends Championship Gold Rush Tournament. And of course, again, the great January, the coldest bitch on the planet, one of the greatest ever. Her and B. Jackson, the two greatest ever TWA superstars in history, retired from in-ring competition. So January decided that she would like to see the prestigious, and she did call it prestigious because she believes that the Legends Championship is more prestigious than even the TWA World's Heavyweight Championship, because she says you have to become a legend to even be able to fight for that championship. And I guess there is something to be said there. She's not exactly wrong there. You have to become a legend to fight for the Legends Championship. You got to be one of the best to fight for that championship. But I think everybody just considers the TWA World's Heavyweight Championship the top prize because it's been around so long, right? It's the second oldest the oldest championship is actually the TWA Television Championship, which most people consider every bit as prestigious as the world title. So the three top titles really are the Legends, TWA World, and TWA Television Championship. Everything else has gained momentum, though. The other championships have, what's been exciting is the speed divisions. What did you guys think of the new matches? So we have the three speed match, which is an elimination style speed match. We also now have, and there was a house show match yesterday with this match type, and it is a TWA underground speed match, which was very fun, by the way. It was a fun match. So I don't know if you guys saw them yet. Moon, did you see any of them yet? The 3-speed match.
I haven't seen it yet. Bill.
So Eric Dangerous actually retained his championship in the 3-speed match. It was very impressive. Very impressive. And then I'm trying to remember who it was that just fought in the... I don't know why I can't remember. It just happened in the new TWA Underground Speed match. But it was a fun match too. But yeah, the house show matches have been absolutely fire lately. Absolutely fire. But the Speed Championship tournaments have been great. The Speed matches in general have been going well. So both divisions are doing very well. Blake Monroe won the Speed Championship. Defended the Speed Championship and then lost the Speed Championship. We have another new Speed Champion in the women's division. That's been happening a lot. Yeah, I know. I mean, to think that it took 3 attempts to even get a woman's Speed Champion. Now, none of them can seem to even hang on to that championship. There's been a new champion almost every single week. So it's been fucking crazy. But anyways, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's get the show on the go. Amber Extreme versus Mickey James kicking off the quarterfinals of the TWA Legends Championship Gold Rush Tournament. Let's get the show rocking and rolling. It's time to turn and burn. Amber Extreme versus Mickey James equals fire. Equals fire.
I'm just watching the Moondust versus Cody Rhodes match.
Oh, yeah.
Right now also.
Awesome.
And I'm watching the Dragunov afterwards.
Speaking of which, Moondust has a match for TWA Underground. I don't know if you saw that or not. He's going to be facing CM Punk.
I saw it.
Yeah, he's going to be facing CM Punk. He's in line for that championship next. It's actually a great card. I was looking forward to it. Just things got out of control today, and the next thing you know, time started slipping away, and I just literally did not have time, because TWA Underground will be easily 3.5, 4 hours. 3.5, 4 hours. Guaranteed. Even though there's some speed, I think there's at least one speed championship matchup for sure. An underground match, because Archer has to defend his underground championship against Logan Paul, because Logan Paul beat him. They're 1-1. They're 1-1. They're the next matchup is technically a rubber match. But unfortunately for Archer, his title's on the line this time. He, of course, just lost the formerly known as the TWA Legends Global Championship. We've actually rebranded that. It is now the TWA Legends International Championship. I just thought the Global Championship sounded too much like a World Championship, when the Legends Championship is the top tier prize for the Legends that are fighting for those championships. So I thought, rename it the International Championship. It just sounds... to me, it sounds better. It doesn't sound... Global just sounds like World to me. They didn't want to call it just National. TWA goes all over the place. They were just in London. They've been in Canada, United States. They're all over the place. The captain, Dangerous Amber Extreme from Team Joe Link. Another great TWA wrestler in TWA history. Has been there, done that. Been in the ring with the best of the best. Multiple-time champion, singles competition and tag team division. Taking on Mickey James, one of the greatest female pro wrestlers in the history of any promotion. So it's going to be a tough matchup. This is no walk in the park for Amber Extreme. Country Dominance, of course, going to be defending their championships at TWA Underground as well, Luke. Against Charlotte and Alexa. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Part of the Outlaws now they are. For Team Joe Link. But anyways, back to some football. What were we talking about? We were talking about Chelsea's goalkeeper. Now here's a question. Do they not have another goalkeeper that is better than that guy?
Yeah,
Like,
every team has a back. Every team has three goalkeepers. And you've got a third choice, which is their fault.
which makes perfect sense.
Never gonna play.
So why do they suck too? Is that why they just keep that guy in net?
I don't watch them every week.
Moonraider, you gotta fill us in here. You're the fucking Chelsea fan here. Fill us in on the deets. How dare you?
Yeah, they're putting the other goalkeeper.
Yeah, but what about the backup goalkeepers? Are they no good at? Like, are they not as good as he is?
As what I've seen from the other second goalkeeper, he was good.
Because to me it would make sense, like, if this guy's, you know, being a sieve, and you could basically kick a beach ball past him lately, why not give the backups a chance and see if they can have a better game and keep Chelsea, you know, closer to being in the playoffs? Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah, exactly. Like, it only makes sense to me, really, but then again, you got a team... Yeah.
It's humiliating. You would know, Saxton.
Yeah. I agree.
Why are you losing the start of the match? You're losing some agility. You're the first leg of the semi-time. You're already losing 3 minutes. First game. First semi-final over 2 games. It's like after the first game 3-2. Why not start something like that?
Yeah.
And even also the other player, Buddy Shield, is that terrible.
Today I am the Undertaker dressed as a bear, and I am driving a Cadillac Escalade.
Well, he's the thing, like, David Bryan is Arsenal's first choice goalkeeper, and he always plays Premier League, he always plays Champions League, but when he comes to like the League Cup and the FA Cup, Pepper plays in goal, he's second choice. He was ready with the counter.
The other thing I don't understand is how the fuck the Wolves... You know, this is not related to what we were just talking about at all. I'm going back to the Wolves again. You know me, I bounce back to them quite frequently. Well, they amaze me because they absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a doubt, fucking absolutely suck. At least this year. But they haven't done anything to improve that situation. It's like they just said, fuck it. We'll show up to the games because we're paying you to do so. You can sign some autographs because that's about the most exciting thing you're going to do all day because you are going to lose the next 24 fucking games. So, I mean, they've played what? Is it 25 or they played 26? I don't know. But one fucking win. And yet they have a coach. They still have a coach. They still have fans showing up to watch the goddamn games. It's like, what are you people showing up for? Like, you could go, I don't know, pay some extra money on your cable bill. Just stay home and watch it, because you're going to go to that stadium and watch your team lose 24 games. Yeah, that's exciting. How inspiring. But
We do have a passionate fan base that should never win.
I see Moonraider playing. Oh, let's see. Moonraider is MJF driving a Lamborghini. What are you dressed as, Moon? You're dressed as a lion. You're MJF dressed. That's, yeah, you know what? I could actually see MJF wearing a lion head and driving a Lamborghini. So that's interesting. That's interesting.
It's lucky I'm not Turkey and I'm not Ryan Nemeth, which is Nick Nemeth's brother.
Yeah. He's not as good as Nick, though.
Neckbreaker attempt.
To be honest, I always pick on him saying that he's a turkey.
Ryan's pretty good, but he's not as good as his brother. Nick is better. At least at this point. I'm not saying, because Ryan
did find a YouTube, what's his name? Brandon does everything. BB,
how old?
2K20, the 2K.
Yo, Ace Hunter is Christian Hart today, the Iceman. Dressed as a camel. Christian Hart dressed as a camel. Fuck yeah. And driving a Corvette. Actually, he's driving a fucking Corvette.
You can feel the resentment building with each stop there.
How dare you drive a Corvette through the arena? Some of the vehicles that are on here, I forget. So, like, who was it not long ago? Was it Rocky Cross, maybe, that got the train? And I laughed because I thought that would be a great one for Soul Embers to get, because we always joke about, like, when he would eventually, like, he would always join the broadcast booth, but there was times where he'd, like, be tripping over his own tongue and shit, which we all do at some points. When you talk for 2 or 3 hours, eventually your tongue's like, fuck you, I don't want to do this shit anymore. And, you know, it's almost like it just wants to flop around in there instead of actually help pronounce your fucking words, see what I mean? Words that you're trying to spit out of your mouth. But we used to say that he was talking from the struggle bus, and then it became the struggle train and whatever else. You know, Soul, he elaborates. Hardcore Country Luke AFC. That's what it was. I knew it was something like that. I thought it was Luke Hardcore Country, though. I had it backwards, and I could not remember the AFC part. You know what that is? I got, hey, Moon, I figured it out. Hardcore Country Luke AFC. That's Hardcore Country Luke, a fucking cuntfish. Hey, why would you put that on there? Why would you put a fucking cuntfish on there? I don't know, that's weird. But anyway. Boss Apollo is driving a Model A. And he's a lion. And he is the Undertaker. Hey, that's what I got. Except for I didn't get lion, I don't think. I forget what I did get now. But I did get Undertaker. I wasn't driving a Model A either, though. I was driving a Cadillac Escalade, which is more fitting for the Undertaker, to be fair. I was like, why does that just say vacant championship? It's part of the, apparently, stream element. And look at that spelling error right there. Vacant. What the fuck is vacant? Who's the idiot to type that in there? They're fired. Ooh, Royal Rumble. Yeah.
The women's Royal Rumble with Kieran, it was absolutely fucking
I got a bear, that's right. Thanks, boss. Tyliana is Hulk Hogan. Dressed as a bull. Wouldn't it be funny if somebody got the Rock and bull? A Rock, a bull, and a truck of some sort? But yeah, what's everybody's thoughts on the Royal Rumble? Moon, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on the, first of all, the Women's Royal Rumble?
The Women's Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, it was fine in the second half, like in the second part of the but the first part, like it sets up some stories, like
yeah, it does, yeah.
With moving, eliminating, what's her name, the Fire Reavers.
Yep.
So they're gonna basically.
And Charlotte accidentally eliminating Alexa. That's gonna plant a seed right there. So here's my thought on that. I actually liked the Women's Royal Rumble this year. I actually thought it was better than last year's. And not only did it set some storylines up and plant some seeds, I actually thought it was better than the Men's Royal Rumble. I thought it was better. Men's Royal Rumble, there wasn't much excitement to it at all. It was better than the men's. Oh, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the first match of the quarterfinals, and moving on to the semifinals of this tournament, representing the Outlaws and Team Joe Link. It is the captain, Dangerous Amber Extreme, defeating Mickey James and moving on to the semifinals. Well, way to go, Ace. Now look what you've done. First you bring up fucking Arsenal losing to Man United. Now Mickey James has lost a match. See, you've set the wrong tone, Ace. I mean... I'm not watching any more fucking shows. Mickey lost. That is bullshit. I've had enough, Luke says. Yo, Life, what's going on? Welcome in. Roxanne Riley's in action. Great time to tune into the tournament. We were actually supposed to be doing TWA Underground today, but my day got changed around just a little bit. I had to help my son move some stuff into his apartment. And by the time I got home and set up, it was just getting too late because Underground's going to be about a 3.5, probably close to 4-hour show. And I just didn't have that time frame anymore. But what I did have time for was the TWA Legends Championship Gold Rush Tournament. Of course, all participants were chosen by B. Jackson and, of course, the coldest bitch on the planet, January, both whom retired at the Hall of Legends just not too long ago. A hot minute? It was not. A hot millisecond ago, if anything. Great show, by the way. If you haven't watched the Hall of Legends show yet, make sure you go watch that. Man, what a show that was. Absolutely fantastic. Not that all of our shows aren't, but the Hall of Legends was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All of our award winners and our inductees for this year's Hall of Legends, whether they be individual, management, or tag team, they all had matches. The entire card was made up of our award winners and our inductees, so it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But anyways, all right, on to our next match of the quarterfinals. Again, congratulations to Team Joe Link and the Outlaws, who have another big match at TWA Underground, by the way. They're going to be facing Country Dominance. But it will not be Britt Baker and Amber Extreme. It's going to be Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, the newest tag team formation in the Outlaws. Alexa, of course, has been hanging out with the Outlaws for a couple of years now. But Charlotte, new to the faction, and they've already found a good use for her. Put her in a tag team with Alexa Bliss. That's the way to go. It is the way to go. But here we go. Melissa Archer taking on Jennifer Wolf in our second match of the quarterfinals. Who's going to move on to face the captain, Dangerous Amber Extreme? We're going to find out here in just a few moments. Actually, probably more than a few moments.
Why do some... I said everyone does this, but why do some people feel the need to fucking pre-order games when you don't know what's in the game for yet?
Some people just have to, that's their thing. They have to have the newest product, the newest game, the newest, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. I see, and even if I didn't have to buy a PlayStation, because I'm going to buy the PS5. It's time. I need to go next gen. They're not even making 2K26 for the PS5, or for the PS4. So, but yeah, I'm focusing my money towards the PS5 before I even think about buying 26. And I'm not buying 26 right away anyways, because I guarantee you that it's going to be plagued with issues for at least the first 3 months, maybe 4. I mean, look at 25, 24. It's been the same story. 25 was, it had more issues than 24 did. 24 had more than 23. 23 was actually fairly stable eventually. 22 was the best one that came out. You know why? Because they took their time with the game. Because they didn't try to release it the very next year. They took their time and they worked out. It still had a few minor issues here and there, but for the most part, that game was fantastic. 2K22.
Did you see them bringing out another fucking edition for the game?
4 of them. There's 4 fucking additions to 20. That's another thing that's bullshit. You know?
Got a fucking battle pass in the fucking game, by the way.
Why does Melissa Archer still have the $1 Million Championship?
Instead of your DLC, that you got DLC pack, right? They put a fucking battle pass with it, and you've got to play the fucking roster.
For the record, Melissa Archer is no longer the TWA $1 Million Championship. Clearly, she's been rooting for locker rooms. I know. Yep. It's crazy. But yeah, even if I didn't have to buy the PS5, I still wouldn't be buying it right away. And I know people in the community, like every year for the last 5 years, somebody has gifted the community the newest 2K game. But listen, I appreciate it, and I will never ever say no to anybody for doing that, because I think it's a great thing you're doing. It's not just for yourself, it's not just for me, it's for our entire community, so it's awesome. But I honestly, look at 25, man. Like Glenola gifted it last year, and what, the first 4.5 months there were so many issues that it was barely playable, right? So honestly, 2K just keeps giving us games that we can only really utilize to its full potential for a few months of the year. 4 or 5 months of the year we get out of a game once they finally get it working to the point where it's playable. And even then it's got issues that they don't fix, and then they say, well, fuck it, let's bring out a new game, and while we're at it, let's add some new features and a whole bunch of new playable characters and really fuck with these guys. You know what I mean? I don't. So listen, if anybody does want to gift 2K26 to our community this year, please wait. I asked Glenola to wait last year, and he really wanted to get the game for the community, and he did. Well, actually, what he did was he sent money to my PayPal account, and I purchased the game from the PlayStation Store is what happened. But still, he paid for it, as have, like, again, for the last 5 years, other people have purchased the game for you guys, so that we can continue to have the latest. But listen, if anybody is doing that this year, please wait. Don't do it right away. There's nothing wrong with what we have, right? And even when I get the PS5, if we need to, I can still manage to run TWA from the PS5. I might have some rebuilding to do if I can't get the data to switch over. And I've got to go through a lot of our wrestlers and make sure they're all re-uploadable, because apparently you can... 26? Not right away. That's what we were just talking about. Are you not listening to anything we said? How dare you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Something wrong with him, Moon. There is indeed. Yep, Life sent me a controller, so I mean, between games and controllers, you know, the community really binds together to make sure we... But honestly, I would just wait this year to see what happens, because I bet you there were times Glenola was shaking his head sitting at home because of all the problems 2K25 had that, you know, prevented us from doing live shows at times. So I mean, 25 was a rough year. Oddly enough, it was a rough year for WWE, too. So between their actual product and their games, it was not a good year overall. But honestly, seriously, if 26 is fucked up, too, when is enough enough? When do we get a new game from a different company that might, I don't know, care enough about its clientele, its customers, to take its time and produce a quality game rather than pumping out garbage year after year with new features, which they keep upping the cost on, by the way. That's the other thing, is they keep increasing, so it gets more expensive every year. They're charging us more, and we're getting the same result year after year. You know, 3, 4, 5 months plagued with issues and updates, and it's insane. It is insane. Yeah, I'm actually utilizing that controller right now, Life, actually.
You know how much that £140
Yeah, I know, I saw you say something. Actually, I think it's $149.99, isn't it? Yeah. Yep, which means that'd be more here. If you convert $149.99, or and 99, what is it, pounds and whatever. Is it cents? You don't have cents. You have fucking, what do you guys have? I forget. Fucking shillings? I don't know. But anyways, it would be more here. Like, it'll probably be closer to $180.
Well, here's the thing, they already had the
Canadian dollars. Yeah. Pence? It's pence instead of cents? In the UK, is that what it is? So it's 149 pounds and 99 pence? That's how that works? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so instead of dollars and cents, it's pounds and pence. Pounds and pence sounds funny. But then again, I'm sure to you guys, dollars and cents sounds fucked up too. It's like, what the fuck is a dollar exactly? We appreciate you presents. Did I miss something? Oh, Tatiana said, I'm too broke, so I'll just gift you with my presents. I mean, that's plenty. That is absolutely plenty. Sorry, say that again. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Boss Apollos. Here I am dropping shit. I'm dropping the shit life gave me too, by the way. Yeah, that's right. Boss Apollo sent extra headsets he had around his house. He didn't need anymore. He mailed them to me. So I mean, we've been well taken care of as a community, right? We've all, you know, done our part in some manner, whether it be just being here every week, watching the VODs when you miss shows, coming up with storylines and great wrestling characters. I mean, you know, it's but again, this year I would just ask, you know, if anybody does want to do that, just wait a few months. It's not, again, we're not going to get hurt by still having to use 2K25 for a while. At least we know it's going to work for, you know, what it's worth. Because, you know, there's going to be issues.
How long can you fall up if they're going to shut it down eventually?
Just the servers. But I mean, the 2K24 servers were up quite a while during 2K25, so I mean, but even then, you don't need the servers. That just would mean that I would have to go back to creating wrestlers for people if need be. That's not really that big of a deal. Well, I don't need community creations. And there'll still be community creations for a bit. So I'll just have to get whatever I can. But yeah. Eventually they will shut the servers down, but... Pretty sure 2K24 servers are still running quite well into 25, though. They usually don't shut them down immediately. Oh, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and moving on to the semi-finals to face Dangerous, Amber Extreme, representing Team Life is Great, and the Wolfpack Gals. That was a little Wolfpack Gal on Wolfpack Gal action, to be honest. They're both from the Wolfpack Gals, both Melissa Archer and Roxanne Riley. But it is Roxanne Riley with a big win over Melissa Archer. And she is now moving on to face Amber Extreme in the semi-finals. Maybe Melissa Archer can return that $1 million championship she stole to walk out here with, too, by the way. I don't know what in the fuck she was doing with that. She lost that championship, she did. We have a new $1 million champion. How dare she? Stealing championships from people. But Queen Dust is actually the reigning defending TWA $1 million champion. For those that haven't seen the matchups, shame on you if you haven't. You know that not only do we go live on YouTube, we also have house show matches on YouTube. And we post them right on Discord. So if you've missed out, shame on you. You've missed some epic matches. A lot of great stories continue to unfold in those house show matches as well. But I do know for a fact most of you guys do watch them. Specifically the shows themselves. But when you get bored, pull up those house show matches. We've had some epic matches. Alright, congratulations to Life is Great and the Wolf Pack. Jennifer Wolf. Oh yeah, that's Jennifer Wolf. That's not even Roxanne Riley. What am I thinking? Roxanne Riley hasn't fought yet. I'm announcing Roxanne Riley as the winner of the match. It's Jennifer Wolf from Team Glenola. Roxanne Riley is later in the quarterfinals. That's kind of funny. I haven't even been paying attention to chat, so Life is probably like, yeah, that's not Roxanne. What are you on, Arch? That is not Roxanne. Life's like, oh, I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Yeah, no, it's not Roxanne. I don't know why I said that even. Does that mean I don't have to congratulate Roxanne later if she wins? Because I kind of already did. Odd enough, it is still a Wolfpack member. It is still a Wolfpack Gal member. And it was still Wolfpack Gal on Wolfpack Gal action. But it is Jennifer Wolf from Team Glenola with the win over Melissa Archer. Moving on to face Amber Extreme in the semifinals. Let's move on to our next matchup. That is Ghastly. And Gassy.
Oh, no. It is actually, yeah.
Luke doesn't like mute buttons. He feels like everybody should be hearing everything that's going on in life.
What are you doing here? You're on me.
Alright, here we go. Queen Dust is in action against Bull Nakano. One of these Vixen villains are going to be moving on to the semifinals. Then, of course, last but not least, Roxanne Riley, the real Roxanne Riley from Team Life is Great, taking on Nikita Davis. It's going to be an interesting semifinals, no matter who wins these matches. I mean, it didn't matter who won any of the matches. They are the best of the Legends division, and we knew it was going to be fire. And who knows who's going to end up becoming the Legends Champion, but rest assured, they will definitely be deserving, no matter who wins. It's kind of just one of those tournaments. It's one of those. I don't even care who wins. I just want to watch the matches, type of thing. So, but here we go. Queen Dust from Team Moonraider 25 taking on Bull Nakano from Team Infinitoni, by the way. Bull Nakano managed by Team Infinitoni. Had quite a few great matchups with January before she retired too, so kind of glad those matches took place now. Now that January has retired, she'll no longer be competing in the ring. Let's see. Talia says, no, now you have to apologize and congratulate. Yeah, right, I know. Now you have to... I don't know what was going through my head there, because I'm looking at Jennifer Wolf, but yet I called her Roxanne Riley. I did. I had a moment. I blame Luke. It's his fault. It is definitely his fault. So anyways, aside from the Women's Royal Rumble, because we've already discussed that, what about AJ Styles versus Gunther? What are your thoughts on AJ Styles versus Gunther?
It was a good match, though. It was. Yeah. It was a good match.
What did he actually? I don't know.
Well, I mean, to my knowledge, he's retiring from in-ring action, but I think after some time off, he's going to be working behind the scenes.
So why did he like?
Maybe it could be ran to TNA or something like
But retiring is retiring. But I mean, lots of people have retired in pro wrestling and made a comeback, right? So who knows ultimately what's going to happen, but I do know that he's talked about taking on a more behind the scenes, because he's not going anywhere. The company still wants him to work there, whether it's in the ring or coaching. So he's highly respected in that company. AJ's not going anywhere. He's just not going to be wrestling in the ring.
Well, I would love to see the way I would do it is just let him wrestle in AEW, give him some good matches with story, like with the people that he has history with, like Kenny Omega and other names that are big names at the top of AEW, and either go back to New Japan and have a non-final run there.
I mean, apparently at one point he did contemplate going to AEW, but ultimately chose to stay with WWE. So that was interesting to find out. Because to me, AJ Styles just... They wouldn't know what to do with them. They really wouldn't. They don't know what to do with most of the people that they hire, much less AJ Styles. I don't think it would turn out any better than anybody else that they've brought into that company. You know, they've even managed to make MJF boring. And that guy's probably one of the more entertaining pro wrestlers on the planet today. Like, they're literally starting to make MJF boring. And that's not a good thing. So
I don't think MJF is good for that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, he was so hot. You know, I
still like it.
Yeah, me too. No, not really. Not really. And then he comes back after being gone for how many months, shooting movies and other side adventures, other ventures he had going on. And now all of a sudden he's world champion again. Like, he wasn't even there. He didn't do anything to be in the. And I'm thinking the only sense I can make of it is that they paid him $60 million over 4 years. So, if he's around, they may as well put the title. I don't know, because I don't understand it. You're telling me that nobody else is in line for that title? MJF just walks back in the door after being gone quite a long time, and you just hand him a story or a partial short-term story to get back into the world title picture? Really? Really? That's your vision. No pun intended to the vision. But is it just me, or is that odd? Like, I don't think MJF should be champion. I don't. I mean, it was definitely time to take it off Moxley. I'm sorry, but his run as champion was not great. And I think he bled more than Ric Flair in the entire. Seriously, like he's. They overdo it, and they overdo high spots and so many things that they overdo. The reason people call it the place where they do the flippy shit is because they you're not just seeing superstars here and there in the company wrestle like that. Now you're watching everybody wrestle like that or try. They're all doing the same damn thing. Is the problem. You know what?
I don't like all this flippy shit in the
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, people, like, there's a place and time for that kind of thing, but not every single match. Nobody wants to watch every single wrestler, every show, right? Like, we don't want all of our wrestlers wrestling like that. If everybody wrestled like Rey Mysterio in WWE, that'd be, what would be the point in keeping Mysterio around? You know what I mean?
I don't want to see Moxley bleeding every week. Don't get me wrong, I like good in wrestling, but they overdo it.
Well, again, it has its time and place, blood, right? But like, does Moxley have an issue of some sort that we don't know about? Is there a reason he bleeds so much? Why does he bleed all of the time? What's really going on that we don't know about? I don't know. But listen, I'm still. AEW. Here's the thing, though. I was excited about AEW, not for the same reason as some people. didn't think they were going to jump in and take over WWE and crap like that some people immediately thought, and still to this day do, which is kind of funny. But anyways, but I did really enjoy the thought of a second company, because I think what wrestling was missing was WCW. What I didn't expect was AEW to start off so strong and good and then start becoming WCW, or the later WCW anyways, and basically tanking.
It's kinda hard. You don't want to see it happen.
No, well, here's the reason why too, is because first of all, it's a place for people on the indies, you know, that they can come, because AEW, whether people like AEW or they don't, they're still right now basically a second large platform for people to bring their professional wrestling skills and showcase their talents. And I've said it many times, and I'll say it again, AEW, there's so much talent in AEW, but we're not getting a chance to really see it, because they, first and foremost, they have way too many people, and they have too many shows spreading those people out. Listen, learn to run one show before you need 2 and 3 shows. Right? Even if you want to keep... So, Dynamite and ROH, that's all you need. That's all you need, because you're having problems with booking and storytelling and long-term storytelling and booking on both shows. So we don't need that. Like, Rampage is already gone, right? Collision is in worse shape than Dynamite. So focus on Dynamite and focus on there we go. Now I'm tripping over my tongue. I'm talking about fucking Soul Embers earlier, and I've done it twice now. Karma. See what happens when you put bad shit out into the world? Karma. But yeah, I think they should, because they're not. It's not, again, it's not the talent. It's the people writing and booking, or the person. And I don't know if he's writing these shows with, like, does he have his eyes open when he's writing these shows, or is he like trying to use the Force or some shit?
He runs some promotion like a pro wrestling simulator.
He needs to decide. He needs to decide how badly he wants to, you know, or how he wants to make AEW successful, if he does or he doesn't, because it's, I know he's got money, or at least his dad does, and it's at his disposal, and he's been a fan for his entire life. But listen, being a billionaire fanboy does not qualify you to run a wrestling promotion, and that company needs help running that promotion. They need to hire people that know what they're doing and can help turn that company around, because they have way too much.
And they put these wrestlers in their championship eliminator matches, which is their version of championship contenders, which is what Vince McMahon used to do back in the Thunderdome.
Yeah, exactly.
And some person told me that it's different. Championship eliminator, which is what Tony McMahon and Tony Khan does.
Tony McMahon. I still love that.
Ring of Honor, and in AEW, which he's done recently.
Man, Queen Dust is bleeding all over the place here. She is. Look at her. She's wearing a crimson mask, and fucking Bull Nakano is roughing her up. Well, I mean, right now she's not roughing her up, but she was roughing her up. Good God. That just shows you how tough Bull Nakano is. Because not many people get Queen Dust to bleed, let's be honest. Ooh, no, they don't. They don't. Queen Dust is not a bleeder. But Bull Nakano isn't your average wrestler either. She is a monster.
Taking things to the outside, but gotta make sure to heed the officials' count.
Anyways, yeah, so they need help. They do. What annoys me is they've had enough people there over the years, right? From like Jake Roberts to Billy Gunn to people like Big Show or Paul White. You know, the list goes on. Mark Henry. People there that know the business well and been in it for many years successfully. And that could help out different areas of that company to run better shows and have better booking. But they didn't take advantage of that. It's like they just paid them money to keep them away from WWE, but didn't utilize them for anything meaningful. You know what I mean? And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and moving on to the semifinals of this tournament, representing Team Moon Raider 25. It is the Queen of TWA, Queen Dust, the reigning defending TWA Women's World Champion. She is also the TWA Women's $1 Million Champion. So congratulations, Moon Raider and Queen Dust. Now we get to see who will move on to face Queen Dust. 2 people remain. It's going to be a hell of a semifinals either way. But Nikita Davis, representing Team Boss Apollo, and once known as the Lady Death Authority, South, I believe they were. Nope, they weren't South, they were East, right, boss? They were East. That got confusing, by the way, for everybody. North, South, East, West. It's like, why not just, you know, all under one umbrella? But the Deleters of Worlds is the new faction name for Team Boss Apollo. They have broken it on their own. Now, is Nikita and Big Farmer Jackson still part of they're now called Dark Vengeance, by the way. Anybody that didn't know, Rocky Cross's faction now called Dark Vengeance. Are they part of Dark Vengeance still, or are they coming to join Deleters of Worlds? They're going solo, they're going on their own? Okay. Alright. Alright. So you'll have to let us know when they come up with a team name. That way we can stop calling them Lady Death Authority.
Yeah, they both going solo.
Yeah. Although technically, I suppose if they really wanted to, they could keep the Lady Death Authority name, because Rocky Cross has already rebranded to Dark Vengeance, so they could, if they really wanted to. All right, here we go. 4th matchup and final matchup in the quarterfinals is next. Again, it is going to be the great Roxanne Riley from Team Life is Great taking on Nikita Davis, representing Team Lady Death Authority, and of course Team Boss Apollo.
You know, when you was mentioning the Women's Rumble, I actually liked when Natalia came out. I liked the new song that she got.
You do like it, or you don't like it?
I like it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm just glad Natalia's doing something again. You know, I think. I mean, she always has. She's always been in the background somewhere. She's either coaching or training or doing some sort of ambassador work for WWE. Her career, I think she has the longest. Does she have the longest career in WWE right now? I think she might. I feel like her tenure might be greater than everybody else's at the moment. I'm trying to remember when Natalia first came onto the scene. Somebody Google that. When did Natalia debut for WWE?
Fucking hell, that's a long time ago, that.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. I think she might be the longest tenure in WWE. She was, yeah. I know. She's been around a long time. ...2007, so 29 years this year. So...
She has been counting the weeks, the days, the minutes until this match, and she is now ready to compete.
That's crazy. And she's still wrestling and still in great shape. You know, it's too bad that her man there, what was his name? Was it Tyson Kidd? It's too bad he got injured the way he did, because he actually was good, you know. He was. He wasn't very entertaining. He needed to get better at certain aspects, but his in-ring work was fantastic. I still can't help wonder how the fuck Nikita Davis floats. What, is she related to, like Chris Angel or some shit? Like, what is going on right now? She related to Humboldt Sierra Kane? Here's somebody we haven't seen in a while. It's Humboldt. We haven't seen the old cult around in a hot minute. Speaking of people I haven't seen in a hot minute, I actually was in Taliana's stream. Was it last night? Taliana, or was it Friday? I forget. But anyways, and Froggy Mothlegs had stopped by to say hi to Taliana. I thought that was cool. I didn't get a chance to speak with him. I think he might have exited the building prior to me getting into the channel, but it was cool to see him in there. It's been a hot minute. He used to be a huge part of TWA, of course. The Professor, Poindexter, aka Professor Pollux, aka many things, actually. The largest collection of cosplay outfits in the world does Poindexter possess. Think of any fictional character in your head, and he probably has portrayed that character. One of my favorites is still the TDEX 100.
And we are set. First round matchup underway.
I like that live.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was quite happy with Liv Morgan winning the Women's Royal Rumble, actually. I'm not sure many people had a problem with that, actually. No, I don't. I'm not sure anybody. Well, yeah, he's not a big Liv fan. See, I think Liv is a rock star, man. I don't know. I think she's deserving. Yeah, she's deserving for sure. I think. So, Moonraider, you also have some probably, well, since the last time we were live anyways, have some fun information to share about the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Seattle Seahawks?
I mean, they've been wiping the floor under the teams.
Yeah. They've been looking pretty good, haven't they? So they go to the Super Bowl to face the Patriots, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? How do you think that one plays out? Now, I know you're a Seahawks fan. I think Boss is a Patriots fan, aren't you?
The Patriots lose.
You hope the Patriots lose? Okay. And Boss, I assume you hope Seattle loses? Yeah. Okay. I mean, my team got smoked out of the playoffs, right? So I was a 49ers fan. I was always a 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs fans and a closet Chicago Bears fan. Yeah. I liked the Chicago Bears. But I was a 49ers fan first. I was a big Joe Montana fan. I mean, the team they had there were so many great people on the 49ers at one point that it was crazy how good of a team they had. And then of course Joe went to play for Kansas City, and I was a huge Joe Montana fan, so Kansas City wasn't my favorite team. 49ers will always be my favorite team, but I ended up adopting Kansas City, for the sake of Joe being there, of course. And, they went on to have some good seasons themselves. But yeah, I always secretly watched the Chicago Bears, too. My dad was a New York Giants fan. Remember what was his name? The refrigerator, William Perry, was in the WWE a couple of times, and of course he was a Chicago Bears player. So it's probably why, to be honest. But yeah, so you think the Patriots are going to lose? What do you think the final score will be? What do you think how many points do you think they win by? You don't have to. You're not sure, boss. What about you? Do you think they'll have a spread? What do you think that spread will look like? As far as the Patriots go, obviously, because you said you think that the Patriots will win. How many points do you think they win by?
The Patriots?
Mm-hmm.
Focused attack on the leg.
2 touchdowns? Okay. So anywhere between 12 and 14 points, you're saying? Well, Seattle was pretty impressive. Yeah. Yeah. They have second and on defense right now in the NFL. I agree. But, yeah, I forget who beat the 49ers out. Was that Seattle too? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I thought. How dare they? And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and moving on to the semifinals of this tournament, representing the Wolfpack Gals and Team Life is Great. It is the great Roxanne Riley. Moving on, looking for the right to fight and become the Legends Champion. So congratulations, Life. Life says, actually, Roxanne. Yes, it is actually Rock. How dare you? How dare you bring that back up? What are you, like the ex-girlfriend in that long, age-old argument we were having from 7 years ago? You gotta drag the mud back into the house. How dare you? We were already past that point. Reminders were not necessary. Kind of like, Ace Hunter reminding Luke that Arsenal lost to Man United. Ace says, my team got beat by their rivals, the Bears. You're a Packers fan. Yeah, well, I can understand that. Green Bay Packers always usually have a pretty solid team. Yeah, there's losing to teams and there's losing to rival teams, and there's definitely a big difference there. All right, let's have a look at the semifinals. Here we go. So, I mean, it was a good match, but yeah, Roxanne Riley, it was.
She lost her last four matches. She lost them.
Yeah, Roxanne just controlled more of that match, is what it came down to. I think it was just when it came to ring control, Roxanne was kind of all over Nikita Davis.
Yeah, she needs to revamp herself because she loses all her matches.
Yeah. But here we go, semifinals. The captain, Dangerous Amber Extreme, taking on Jennifer Wolf. And in the second leg of the semifinals, it is the Queen of TWA, Queen of Dust, taking on the great Roxanne Riley. It's going to be one hell of a banger of a semifinals. I'll tell you that right now. It is going to be absolutely high octane. Do not blink. I mean, they've all been through a battle in the quarterfinals. Damage retention is a real thing. You get fatigued, you get battered and bruised. And Amber Extreme and Jennifer Wolf, Queen Dust, Roxanne Riley, four of the greatest in TWA history in the women's division. They are not going to hold back. It's going to get ugly quick. Who's moving on for the right to fight and become the new TWA Legends Champion? Will it be Amber Extreme or Jennifer Wolf? We're going to find it right now. Here we go. All right, what do you guys think? Amber Extreme or Jennifer Wolf? Who's moving on to the championship final? Luke, what do you think?
What did you say?
Who's moving on to the championship final? Amber Extreme or Jennifer Wolf?
I think... I don't know, I think Amber Extreme.
Yeah, it's a tough one, I know. Moon, what about you?
Amber Extreme.
You going with Amber Extreme, boss?
I'm going Amber Extreme.
Amber Extreme. No love for Jennifer Wolf, because I am also going for Amber Extreme. Glenola's going to be like, what? No love for the Dark Queen of Chaos? The Gremlin Wolf? How dare all of you? How dare you, how dare us? In advance, Glenola. How dare you steal my turn? My catchphrase, if you will.
Making her way to the ring from parts unknown,
Dangerous Amber Extreme.
plans on getting things settled in the ring. I can't wait.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of history, though. A lot of history between Amber Extreme and Jennifer Wolf, because the Outlaws and the Wolfpack Gals have gone to war many a times with and without gold on the line. Singles competition and tag team competition. They know each other very, very well, which is what's going to make this matchup very interesting. It is definitely intriguing, to say the least. Taliana says, I'm going at Jen for hilarity. I mean, that is a former teammate from your clientele, by the way. I know it's been a while since Tia Stevens has been in action, but, you know, she shared the ring with Jennifer Wolf on many occasions. Not a Jennifer Wolf fan, Taliana? Did Tia Stevens not really like Jennifer Wolf? Just accepted what was for Glenola's sake. Jennifer Wolf probably has attitude issues. Tia's enjoying her retirement. Her son is a free agent. Is he now? I did not know Tia had a son. This is interesting news. Exciting, if you will, even. Someone make Archie read the chat. Frogs was hanging out with, yeah, I knew that, yeah. I was just saying it was good to see him. I didn't actually get to talk to him. He wasn't really actively chatting while I was there, but... You want Jen and Rox to get to the finals? Well... that'd be interesting. That would be Wolfpack Gal on Wolfpack Gal action again for the second time in this tournament, if that were to happen. It's hard to count Amber Extreme out, though. You know, she's just done so much, accomplished so much.
That's some serious motivation for them to give this fight their all. Cover, is it enough?
Well, we've talked about football. We've talked about the Royal Rumble. By the way, what did you guys think about what we haven't talked about is the rest of the Royal Rumble? You know, we talked about the Women's Royal Rumble a lot, actually, for good reason. We talked about AJ Styles' retirement match against Gunther. I don't know if everybody gave their thoughts on it or not. I don't know what.
I think he's the party man.
Now trampling the opposition.
Yeah, well, I do agree with that. The only thing that made Royal Rumble special is because it was 10 years ago at Royal Rumble that he debuted, right? So that part makes sense. But I mean, if they were going to retire him at the Royal Rumble, why didn't they do something beforehand to make things a little more special? Maybe he somehow has one final match at WrestleMania or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out. But I mean, I don't blame him. He's still healthy. He's still and you know, he's not he doesn't have any ailments. But I mean, as you get older, your body, you know, without taking steroids or something, your body doesn't heal the same. You're not able to go in the same manner as you were when you were younger, right? So it gets more difficult. The taxation on the body is incredible, and AJ's been at it a long time. I mean, he's been in WWE 10 years alone. So I mean, I don't blame him for I mean, he's made money. He's not hurting for money, and he can still give back to the business and still work for the company. So I don't blame him. Do I like the way it played out? No. Do I think Gunther should be the one to retire him? Well, yeah, because right now he's the new legend killer. He's the career killer. Eventually, he'll probably beat Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton's probably going to call it quits inside the next year to 2 years, I would think.
Yeah. I think him and the Miz probably going to.
Yeah. So. But yeah. Yeah. It's amazing what I mean, I've never been a huge fan of the Miz ever. I don't hate him either. You know, he's served a purpose on more than one occasion and done it well. But I was never his biggest fan. But he's definitely. I will say this: he's underrated. I mean, he was a guy. He was a guy that had no athletic background, right? No pro wrestling experience, no amateur wrestling experience. I don't even think he played fucking Little League baseball. But he joined this show, right, because he was a lifelong fan, loved the WWE, wanted to become a WWE wrestler. He put the work and the effort into it and did it. Was WWE champion more than once. You know, he's right behind Chris Jericho for the amount of times being the Intercontinental Champion. He's been United States champion, tag team champion. You know what I mean? So, like, for some reason, he's always been under people's radars, though. Like he flies under the radar type of thing. He doesn't get as much acknowledgement. Doesn't get as much as he should. Neither did Matt Cardona, but that's because the Zack Ryder character went on for far too long. They should have put a nail in that coffin a long time ago, but. The history of WWE, especially when Vince owned it, was you don't utilize names you didn't create, which I always thought was stupid because they come in with momentum. They've got a fan base that know that name and you know, enjoyed watching them wrestle before becoming a champion before or what have you. I always thought it was stupid to change their name. You know? What's that? Yeah, I like John Morrison. Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't figure out a way to make him a bigger star than he was either, but I have a funny feeling it's probably got a lot to the same reasoning behind it as why Dolph Ziggler was held back. You know, John Morrison's another guy just like Dolph Ziggler or Nick Nemeth. They could have been the next Shawn Michaels a long time ago, but
John Morrison is very, very
oh god, that guy's tremendous. Yeah, tremendous, very entertaining, very, very good wrestler. He not only can he wrestle technically, he can do the lucha libre. He's got a lot of great qualities to him, but Vince didn't want to see people become better than Shawn Michaels or better than, you know, Hulk Hogan, or which is why, you know, John Cena had a long career, but even he was held back to a certain point, a certain extent, which is why, even though he had a longer career with the company and won the championship more times, whether people will admit it or not, John Cena still never really, other than selling more lunchboxes, he never reached the same fame as Hulk Hogan. You know, he was the attempt to make another Hulk Hogan, but it didn't work. It didn't work. And that heel turn should have came way sooner than... Oh, look at that! Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match, and moving on to the championship final of this tournament, representing Team Glenola and the Wolfpack Gals, it is the Dark Queen of Chaos, the Gremlin Wolf, Jennifer Wolf, moving on in this tournament. Big win over Amber Extreme from Team Joe Link. Holy hell. Well, I didn't see that coming. I'll be honest, I was with you guys. I thought Amber Extreme was winning this match. I thought Amber Extreme was winning this match. But again, this is like one of those tournaments. It doesn't really matter who even comes out on top of the... We just got to watch 8 of the best legends in TWA today go to war in a quarterfinals. Now we're seeing the best 4 of those 8 in the semis. Shit, it don't even matter. Just put that fire on the telly. Put it on the telly, eh, Luke?
Yeah.
Exactly. Put some stank on it. You know, for a while there, I couldn't figure out who was actually going to win that matchup. It was fairly back and forth pretty much the entire time. Nobody really had great control of the ring much longer than the other, you know what I mean? Like, it was very back and forth. Very back and forth.
You could just sense the intensity in the air throughout this one.
We haven't talked about the NHL yet. What's been going on in the NHL? We got to bounce back and forth between that and the Royal Rumble. The other thing we need to talk about is Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. But Moon, if you can pull up the NHL games from yesterday. But yeah, what did everybody think about Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn? It was. Yeah, I did. The whole time I was watching Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre, my thoughts were, it's like, and it's not that I don't like Sami Zayn, because I do, but it's like he didn't belong in there with Drew McIntyre.
I agree, he didn't.
That's just a feel I got. I know he could. We all know he's capable, but however I don't know, just that particular match, Sami Zayn looked out of his element. Drew McIntyre just looked far superior, and I don't know. It's weird.
I don't think that Sami Zayn is ready to carry the world title at the moment.
Well, which is funny because he's been in the game a long time. You think he would be, but I don't think he's. I think he's a mid-carder.
Yeah, he is. He more like what's that one dude name? He's like woo woo. What's his name?
Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona? No.
Yeah. He more like he more of a Zack Ryder to me.
Kinda.
He more of a Zack Ryder. He like more of a mid card.
Yeah.
Like, but they keep pushing it. They keep putting him in the main card. Like we want to get Roman Reigns for the championship. They keep putting him in the main card.
If they would try something different, If they would try something different with Sami, because Sami Zayn has been basically running with the same story year after year for his entire career.
I agree.
There's nothing new or exciting. He goes away for a few months here and there, comes back, and it's the same thing. It's the same song and dance. I think they need to do something, because again, it's not like Sami has the ability. We know he's got the talent, but I don't know. But yeah, I did not enjoy Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. I thought it was a bad match. And it just, to me, looked like Sami didn't belong in there with Drew. It was weird. I just found it weird. I can't say much more than that. I just thought it was weird. But it was, though. It was weird, though. Wasn't it? Did you not think so? I thought it was. Hey, listen, I'm not opposed to a heel Sami Zayn. We've kind of sort of saw that already. Like, even when he was the edgier Sami Zayn, when he was running with the bloodline and shit. You know, I actually enjoyed Sami Zayn when he was with the bloodline. But that's why it was different. It wasn't just the same underdog Sami Zayn story that we get when he's not with somebody else. But as soon as he left the bloodline, he was right back to the underdog. Like, it's just like, we know Sami's capable of reaching that brass ring, so let's maybe get him there. But to do that, they got to do something different with him, though. Like, they got to, I don't know. Luke, what did you think of Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn?
It felt like a match where, like, you completely knew he wasn't winning.
Yeah.
But not why.
There's that too.
It just felt okay. It felt alright. Felt okay.
Did it feel to you like he didn't belong in there with Drew?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. And that's not a great feeling when you're in the middle of watching a match. When you're watching a match and you're thinking, man, he doesn't even seem like he belongs in there right now. Destroyed him.
He's a lot better than Sami Zayn.
Oh, well.
Sami, and I think he's a decent wrestler, but like, is he main event material? I can't think so.
I'm really happy for Drew McIntyre. I'm glad that they finally gave him that championship back, because he never should have lost it back in the day when they just wanted to plug Bobby Lashley for whatever that was worth, because they fumbled that too and ended up getting they did, and then Bobby Lashley lost the title, right? And then it took them this long to give, like, you're talking about a guy that, just like Roman Reigns, carried that company through COVID. And actually at the time, because he was still transitioning into the tribal chief, into the head of the table, into all that stuff that became so iconic. And, you know, now you look back and you couldn't even imagine not having that storyline going on, because it carried everything and continued past. They were able to go through COVID and pull out of COVID so strong it wasn't funny. But Drew McIntyre deserves that same thing. And at the time, because Roman Reigns was still transitioning at that point, Drew McIntyre was way more interesting and entertaining to watch than Roman Reigns at the time. But yet they still fucked him over for Bobby Lashley. Yeah, I don't understand it either. Don't understand it. But if there was anybody that deserved a nice long run, Drew McIntyre would have been my pick, especially at the time. But Roman Reigns is part of wrestling royalty, is the difference. And yeah, he is. Yeah, the Simone Heritage Jam. But Infinite Oni joining us at the broadcast booth. What's going on, Infinite Oni? How was your day? What's new and exciting?
Taking this thing out onto the floor now, sliding back into the ring.
Oni? Apparently we cannot hear Oni.
Sorry?
Oh, there he is. What's new and exciting?
Targeting the arm. This has gotta hurt.
Anything. Anything. Did you watch the Royal Rumble?
I saw the women's rumble, saw who won, said fuck this.
we knew you wouldn't like that. We were talking about that earlier. Oni is not happy about the women's Royal Rumble winner, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I mean, I wasn't happy with the men's winner either. But at the same time, I kind of sort of understand it. So there's that.
There were some good things about the women's rumble. Very good.
Well, it was better than last year's, that's for sure.
Yeah, one. Becky got eliminated, so that made me happy.
Yeah, that was fun.
The only other thing I could probably note was Lash Legend. Oh, and Soul.
Yeah, Soul Rookie looked really good in there. Really, really good.
And Lash.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, you're not wrong. I actually personally thought the women's Royal Rumble was better than the men's. I really did. I thought the men's Royal Rumble just, I don't know, it just didn't have the same energy or feel to it that it usually does. Even Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's participation in that Royal Rumble was almost pointless and useless. You know? And again, what they were doing with Obafemi, I would have continued that. And had him almost reach Brock Lesnar's elimination record, but then have Brock Lesnar come out. Nice and fresh and stop him from getting that next elimination, then eventually have Obafemi eliminated. But they didn't even see that. Like, what is their vision? Did they not have one other than Paul Heyman and the boys, or what? They don't have. I don't know what's going on in WWE right now, but how could they not come up with a simple thought like that? Because they were already doing it. How many did he eliminate? 6 people? 6 or 7, yeah. So all they had to do was get him to 13. 7 more people, which is easily believable, the run they were putting them on in that Royal Rumble. Cue Lesnar's music. Out comes Brock Lesnar. You're not beating my record, motherfucker. And prevents the, you know what I mean? Prevents him. Oh, look at that. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and moving on to the championship final, representing Team Life is Great and the Wolfpack Gals. It is the great Roxanne Riley. Moving on with the right to now fight to become the new TWA Legends Champion. And it is an all Wolfpack Gal final, by the way. Jennifer Wolf versus Roxanne Riley. Crazy. Crazy.
I didn't realize you were alive.
I am. Yeah, well, technically we were supposed to have TWA Underground today. But my day did not go as planned. I ended up helping my son move some stuff in his apartment. By the time I get home and some things done here, the time was just slipping, and I did not have the same time frame left to run Underground. So I decided against it, and instead I decided to have the tournament. I was also saying that the PlayStation is going to be moving out to the living room shortly, so that means there's going to be more opportunities for house show matches. There's times where sometimes I wouldn't be able to run a show, maybe because the missus is home and maybe trying to sleep or whatever, because the PlayStation was in the bedroom. So we're eliminating that, so things are going to get a little bit better as far as the amount of shows and house show matches we're going to be producing. So that's exciting, at least. But yeah, I just did not have time to still run TWA Underground, because it's going to be a fairly long show. It's, of course, going to be kicking off the road to our next big SPV, which is going to be TWA's Road to Glory. Or no, what is it? Glory Road is what I decided to call it. Glory Road. I was going to go with that other name.
Glory Road.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to call it the other name initially, but I changed it to the Glory Road. That is our next big stream preview, so Underground's going to kick off the road to Glory Road. But anyways, alright. That completes the semifinals. Indeed it does.
Let me take a gander.
Championship final time. Jennifer Wolf, Roxanne Riley, one of these two Vixen villains walking out once again, because they've both been Legends Champion before. Once again, the Legends Champion. Again, for anybody that wasn't here earlier or hasn't been paying attention or somehow was hidden under a rock and didn't know, The coldest bitch on the planet, January, and of course the great B Jackson, after their phenomenal last woman standing matchup, retired from in-ring action. January vacated the Legends Championship, but wanted it to be put up in a tournament. And B Jackson and January together chose the 8 participants, the 8 very best legends in TWA, to go to battle to become the new Legends Champion. So it was a great tournament. We are down to the final 2, and it just happens to be both Wolfpack Gal members, so it's going to be very interesting. But here we go. It is time to crown a new TWA Legends Champion. Who's it going to be, Roxanne Riley or Jennifer Wolf? Let's find out. What do you guys think? Roxanne Riley or Jennifer Wolf?
I'm going with the Wolf.
You're going with the Wolf? All right, Luke?
I'm going with the Wolf.
You're going with the Wolf? Moon?
Jennifer Wolf.
That's 3 for Jennifer Wolf. Oni?
I would say Jennifer. No, I'm not going to say it.
You don't want to jinx anybody.
I'll say Jennifer Wolf, but I want Roxanne to win.
Wow, you pulled a Boss Apollo. Way to go. Boss,
I'm kidding. Honestly, I'm joking. I'm going to go for Roxanne.
Roxanne? I'm going for Roxanne, too. I just feel like it's Roxanne's night. I think she had the better tournament.
My pick was Amber, but...
Well, yeah, ours too, initially.
She lost.
We all bet on... Well, we didn't bet on anybody. We're on YouTube. But we all said that Amber was winning that last match. Ended up losing to Jennifer Wolf. So we were wrong. We were wrong. But anyways, yeah, so what about, Oni, what about AJ Styles Gunther match? You didn't watch it, I'm assuming, but you knew what happened with that, the result of that matchup?
I heard what happened.
Okay. Some people are unhappy with it. I wasn't sure if it was...
A lot of people are like... hey, go to AEW.
Yeah. Apparently he did.
Was like, I hope the rumors are true. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then Ricochet talking, running his mouth again, like his old ass is too scared to come here.
Well, I mean, Tony Khan has Ricochet thinking he's something he's not. So I mean, he doesn't move the. He is. He doesn't even move a needle for anybody.
Given that freaking national championship to make himself
Ricochet, although younger and in great shape, is a dime a dozen. Especially at AEW, they all wrestle the same way these days. It's all like they're hiring straight out of Cirque du Soleil now. You don't have your I don't know. It's just weird, but.
These fucking pro wrestler promotion like a fucking simulator.
I wouldn't be surprised if he used AI to try and book some of that crap. That's even AI can't figure it out, so the shows are still bad. I think Triple H has been doing the same thing lately. Jesus Christ, WWE's been awful. I feel like we're back in. I feel like we're back in the 2010s because WWE was. No, it's not quite as bad as then, but I'm just saying, like, it's been bad. The last year and a little bit have been just ghastly.
Yeah, that's good storyline.
It's been awful. We definitely need something to change. I see Tommaso Ciampa's a champion already. They put that TNT championship on him in a hurry. But I mean, what are they going to do with him now, though? How long before he's in Ring of Honor or riding the pine?
These superstars have battled through and finally made their way to the final round.
They don't know what to do with MJF and people that have been there since the company started. What are they going to do with Tommaso Ciampa? I see why Tommaso went. He explained it. It wasn't really much to do with WWE, but He said if it was the 90s, he'd want to be wrestling in ECW. If it was, you know, the 2010s, he'd want to be wrestling for TNA. You know, now AEW seems like the place for him, and he's not wrong. He likes that. I mean, they do wrestle more hardcore style down there quite frequently, right? But yeah, that's basically like, you know, just he likes the hype behind all of that. Apparently, he likes less wrestling in front of less people too. But what's that? No, he didn't say that. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that because I mean, he wasn't in jeopardy of losing his job or anything, but he wanted to go and but that's what he said though. He did say that, you know, if it was the 90s, he'd want to be in ECW. If it was the 2010s, he'd want to be in TNA, or early 2000s, he'd want to be TNA. Nowadays, for him, he feels like AEW is a good fit. He mentioned NXT Black and Gold too. He said that's really where he wanted to be, but I mean, they killed Black and Gold a long time ago. They're still trying to rebuild that, so.
She fights back with the counter.
Because NXT 2.0 killed a lot of shit. It killed a lot of momentum and everything else that NXT had going on with the Black and Gold brand. And I still say that the only reason they killed the Black and Gold was because AEW came out, they were Black and Gold color. You know what I mean? Ultimately, I think that's why.
Why did WWE have to change, though?
Well, they didn't.
They had it first.
Yeah, but AEW, you know, what are they going to do? Request AEW not use Black and Gold color? You know what I mean? But I feel like that's the only because I mean, what was the other reason to change? Because 2.0 was terrible.
Vince McMahon was running that show back then.
No, I know. I know. I'm not one of the people that have
Triple H losing in the Monday night or the Wednesday night wars.
Yeah.
Wednesday night wars against AEW.
Yeah. AEW actually had, you know, for them, fairly decent ratings the other night, but that's only because, you know, Tommaso Ciampa was debuting, so people were probably their fans that have ignored the show for a while got interested and curious, I think. But problem is consistently they're dropping below 500,000. Like one of their shows was closer to the, it was like low 400,000s. It was crazy. But they're not giving people a reason to watch. And apparently in many cases they're not giving talent a reason to stay. And there's another thing. I did talk about it earlier. Luke and I were, or maybe it was Moon and I, maybe it was all three of us, I forget. But I know Boss and I have talked about it, but we were not impressed with Powerhouse Hobbs. They're Royce Keys now. And apparently there's a reason. Apparently there's a reason he's using that name. But the first thing I thought was keys to a Rolls Royce. But I don't know. They introduced him as Powerhouse Hobbs and then say now known as Royce Keys. I was like, what in the fuck? Did they just do that? Why would they do that? Yeah, it didn't work. You know, I'm sorry, but he's coming from a.
Oh my gosh, it's Powerhouse Hobbs.
Well, he's so right, and two, he's coming from AEW, and again, AEW, unlike what most of their fans think and believe. Most people that watch WWE, New Japan, or any other they don't know AEW stars. They're not household names. They just aren't. Some of them, probably the ones from WWE for the most part. There's a couple, but yeah, that's the problem. Oh, look at that! That's it. That is all.
The match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and your new TWA Legends Champion representing Team Life is Great. Well, I guess either way it would have been representing the Wolfpack Gals. But she does represent the Wolfpack Gals. Roxanne Riley taking home the gold. Once held hostage, we should say, by the coldest bitch on the planet, January. I mean, between January and B. Jackson.
Now, hold on.
That is 17 Legends Championships. That's crazy.
Now, you wait a damn minute. What do you mean, hold hostage? January defended it.
No, I don't mean held hostage and she didn't defend. Held hostage is nobody could beat her for it. Not very often, anyways.
She wasn't Brock Lesnar.
I mean, you're talking about a woman that beat Alan Severn.
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't not defend it.
This is true. She defended it all the time. But that was my point, though, was, you know, people couldn't get that title from her. 8 times she was a Legends Champion. 8 freaking times.
Well deserved.
It is. Are you talking about January's 8 times, or are you talking about Roxanne winning the tournament?
I'm talking about
both.
Roxanne.
Okay. Okay. But there you have it. Brand new Legends Champion, Roxanne Riley. Congratulations, Life. I don't even know if Life is still here at the moment, or if she's lurking, or what's going on. She was here. Hopefully she's still here to see Roxanne Riley hoisting up the Legends gold. But great tournament. I didn't even have to worry about picking participants because, again, B. Jackson in January chose all 8 participants. I just had to make sure they had a tournament to fight in. That's all I had to do. All I had to do. I mean, it is a shame we couldn't have had TWA Underground. It was going to be a great card. That'll probably have to wait till the weekend now. But like I said, now that the PlayStation is going to be out in the living room, I'll have more opportunities to record matches at night without actually disturbing the lady of the house sleeps to the point where she wants to kill me and murder me in my sleep. So more opportunities for producing house show matches, and there'll be less issues with going live as well. So we'll be able to get back to more. So I won't have to run 2 and 3 shows in a weekend. Not that I got to this weekend. Not that I got to. I mean, yesterday was Royal Rumble, and I felt like crap yesterday, so there's no way I would have ran a live show yesterday. And then today, things happened that I weren't even aware were taking place. So, my day got changed on me. But at least we had a great tournament, thanks to Team Infinite Oni and Team Honeybee Wrestling, of course. Because they were the ones that put the tournament together. For the most part, chose those participants that we got to watch fight all night. And it was a great tournament. It was a great tournament. It's not very often you have... I mean, we had 8 of the very best in the ring at the same time. Well, not in the ring at the same time, but in the tournament at the same time, going toe-to-toe to see who was going to be the next Legends Champion. So it was pretty cool. It was a great tournament. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I might still record a few matches just because we were supposed to have an Andre the Giant Battle Royal Championship matchup today. That did not take place, so I might still record that and a few other matches. I like to keep the Battle Royal Championship active. It's supposed to be defended every show. So I might still record a Battle Royal and put Joe Davis to work, put his championship up on the line. And then there's just a few matches that I wouldn't mind recording, so I might record some matches. But that is it. That is all for episode number 689. We're only 11 away from 700. 11 more shows, and we are at 700 episodes. Kind of crazy when you think about it. 700 episodes. It's a lot of TWA wrestling. Been great times though, each and every one of them. We definitely did get way better over the years though. It's crazy to go back and watch some of the old shows. Usually always pretty good wrestling action, but I mean they were so they just, I don't know. You'd have to go and check it out for yourself and see what I mean. They were a little crazier, a lot of crazy crowd. I mean, there was at one point when I first started out, I was pumping out 6-7 shows a week. Hence how we're already at almost 700. I don't even know how I did it. I did not sleep much, I'll tell you that. I did not sleep much. That is for certain. We did a lot of shows. Too many shows, I think. You know? Too many shows. That's too many. That's like just overdone. But our next show will be TWA Underground. I don't believe I have an extra day off this week, so it won't be until the weekend. But I will be doing some house show matches throughout the week. I probably might record even a couple tonight. And I'm going to do some throughout the week. And if I have the time at some point after work one of these nights, I might, since we just had a world championship tournament not long ago, I wouldn't mind seeing a television championship tournament, or maybe a tag team. Nah, tag team championship tournaments are too much work, because I got to recreate all the tag teams, because they don't save on roster when you save them in universe, so, or vice versa, which sucks. They really should fix that. If you create a tag, you should only have to do it once. It should save to both modes. But it does not. It is not. Yeah, I don't know. It would definitely be useful and helpful, and it would be rather nice if they did do that. It really would. But yeah, that is it. That is all for episode 689. TWA Legends Champion Gold Rush Tournament in the books. Roxanne Riley from Team Life is Raid and the Wolfpack Gals, your new TWA Women's Legends Champion. And I'm sure January and B. Jackson are probably likely both very happy with the outcome, because they probably would have been, they're the ones that picked the participants, so I'm assuming no matter who won, they would have been happy with the outcome. They chose the participants for the tournament. So hopefully they too enjoyed. I guess Infinite Only will have to let us know what January's thoughts were on the tournament. Roxanne winning it. I'm pretty sure she'd be quite content with Roxanne being the winner, though.
She approves.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. Is anybody live? Should we post a link here in chat that we can all click on and go show anybody some support? Like, Oni, are you going live, or Moon Raider, or anybody?
No.
Boss is at work, so I know he's not. If he is, he's going to get in trouble. Which would kind of be funny. That'd be kind of funny if Boss was live and we all got to witness him getting in trouble at work for being live on Twitch while he's at work. I mean, explain that shit. I don't even know how you explain. You're like Joe Link. How the fuck do you two explain being on the show at all while you're at work? You're on the broadcast booth even. Not even just in the chat. Crazy fuckers.
Let's see here. I see a couple people left.
Okay.
Actually, 3.
Who would they be?
Well,
I'm currently not looking,
Soul.
so. Ooh, Soul. Hey, let's go visit Soul. Why not?
Hang on. Let me get the other 2.
Okay.
Not jump to completely.
No jumping to the struggle
Moon
train.
Raider Club is open. And then there's, you know what? You know what I'm feeling?
A cat between your thighs?
Electric.
Bubba Electric. Why don't you copy and paste his link and put it in the chat? That way people can click on it and go over and say hello.
I don't think we go there often.
No, we haven't been to Bubba Electric in a long time, actually. It's been a hot minute since I've been there, that's for sure. You might go see the struggle train. I mean, I'm probably still going to stop by and say hi to Soul, but we're going to invade...
oh, yeah, of course.
We're going to invade Bubba Electric. And for some reason, that didn't give a proper link.
That's because I didn't put the whole HTTP blah blah.
Oh, yeah. You kind of got to do that to get the link to work. Or just go to his channel and share the link and paste it. That'll work.
Hang on, I'm almost done.
He does, yeah. He's doing that right now. Doing it right now, he is. There we go. There's a link to go visit Bubba Electric, so let's do that. Show him some love and support. Say hello. Make sure that you're kind and respectful over in his channel. He's got a great community over there, though. Runs a great wrestling show. We've been there lots of times in the past. I haven't been there much as of late, to be fair. I think only a handful of times, or maybe a slight bit more, or even last year. I haven't been to Bubba Electric too often. But I did frequent there quite often prior to last year. So I do know that he's got a great community. He's very entertaining, and he runs a great show. So definitely show him some love and support. Be kind, be respectful, and enjoy your time while you're there. But I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to click the link and jump over to Bubba Electric. I hope to see you all there. But that is it. That is all. It's that time of day. You don't have to go home. You do have to get the fuck out of my channel. Show is over. Get the fuck out right now. Right now. Goodbye.